you struggle with overwhelm? Do you find it really hard to switch your mind off? Well, in this video, I have 3 great tips that can really help you. And if you watch it to the end, I'm going to also give you 3 practical tips that you can do on a daily basis that's really going to calm your mind and help you deal with what's in front of you and not what's in your head. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Ali Gattenby and I'm a hypnotherapist, I'm a life coach, and I'm an elite neuroencoding specialist. And what does that mean? I can help you change the way you think about yourself and the world around you quickly. I can help transform all of that stress, that overwhelm, lack of confidence, the beliefs that you're carrying around with you. I can change that within 2 sessions and you can feel the way you truly want to. So let's get on with this video. So tip 1 when it comes to overwhelm, break it down. Because let's face it, if we are trying to do these big things and our brain feels we can't cope with it, a lot of the time we will just give in because we feel it's too big. Because when was the last time that you actually went up or down your stairs in one step? You'd fall flat on your face, and that's the same with things in your life. Chunk it down into small, manageable chunks that you can actually do. And then when you've done them, praise yourself. Be happy that you've done it. Don't berate yourself and then move on to the next step. Because if you're at step 1 and you keep on aiming for step 10, it's just too big. So always ask yourself, what's the next step in this process? So chunk it down is so important and it really helps with overwhelm. Tip 2, learn to say no, or if not yet. And that's to yourself as well as the people around you. Because let's face it, how often have you said yes to something and then the moment you've said yes, you're gone, why did I say that? I'm too busy, I don't really want to do it, but you feel obliged. So the first thing is to learn how to say no properly, that you feel good and the person you're saying no to feels good too. And what I found is if I say no to the actual event more than no to the person, it feels better. So along the lines of, you know how much I love you, or I care about you, or I'd love to do it. However, I can't actually do X on that day. I'm really sorry. Then you're still being nice to that person. You don't feel you're actually saying no to them. You're saying no to the event. And then when it comes to saying no to ourselves, that no, I can't do something, put the word yet afterwards. I can't do this yet. Because then it makes it a possibility. Where if we're just saying, no, I'm not capable of doing something, it's like it's final. It's like we're not good enough. So boundaries are so important with the people around us and to ourselves. So learn to say no and say it in a loving way. Really love that person, but I can't do X. And when it comes to saying no to things that you can't do, remember the word yet, because it always gives you a possibility. Tip 3, limit the noise. And this is especially when it comes to social media. Because when was the last time that you picked up your phone, you were going through all of your feeds, looking what your friends were doing, seeing what's out there, and you put your phone down, you thought, do you know, I feel great about being me. No, because we look at it, we see what other people are doing, that 1 second that was perfect in their life, and then we feel that we're not good enough. Social media has its place, but it gives us that fear of missing out, not being enough. And if you're feeling very overwhelmed, it's also a lot of information that's going into your mind on top of everything else you have. So maybe look at certain times of the day that you do not look at your phone. It might be that you'll have a couple of hours in the evening, maybe before you go to bed, because then your brain is really full of rubbish and you're thinking, oh, someone doesn't like me, or I've not been invited to this, or look at what a wonderful time they've had, my life's boring, and then that doesn't help us to sleep. Or maybe if you're picking up your phone as soon as you get up in the morning, give yourself an hour of no social media. If you feel overwhelmed, social media is just going to make the overwhelm feel worse. So limit your time. So there's 3 tips that really help you with overwhelm. But let's look at what you can do practically. My first advice is to do a brain dump every single day. Get a piece of paper and literally brain dump everything that's going on in your mind. And then maybe look at 1 or 2 things that are really important that you want to focus on. And then you can maybe cross a few things out that, to be truthful, they're just going around and round in your mind, and they were something from a week ago that you don't need to actually think about and worry about. So you can then look at what you've got on your mind and then look at what's important and the stuff that actually you don't need to think about. Practical tip 2 is breathing, meditation or hypnosis, and movement. Those things are really going to help overwhelm. By breathing, especially 4x4, so it's breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4, holding for 4, breathing in for 4, and you just keep on going round and round until you feel calmer, and it actually helps your mind settle and calm. Meditation and hypnosis. If you're very overwhelmed, sometimes these can feel a little bit impossible, but the more you practice it, and just find a script that's maybe 10-15 minutes that you can listen to, and it just helps you settle your mind. And if you do want some of those, there's going to be a link to one of mine at the end of this video, and you can start listening to that. And the other thing is movement. Just going for a walk. And if you can go for a walk with a friend or a relative, and you can talk about things that are on your mind, or you can just walk, hopefully in nature, and just take some time out for you. And practical tip 3 is actually the 3-3-3 rule. Look at 3 things you must do today. Look at 3 things you'd love to do today. And look at 3 things that you can just let go of or move to another day. If you do this, it just focuses your mind on the things that are important, the things that need to be done, and things that are good for you, for your soul, for your mind. And then maybe just letting go of some 3 things that really do not matter. And if you just keep on coming up with those every day, try to do something about it, change your mindset, talk to a friend about it, or just realize that you can't do anything about it, so just let it go. If you put in place these 3 tips and these 3 practical things that you can do, this will reduce your overwhelm massively. And if you'd like to listen to some meditation, go to this video now.